that gives all of us a chance to live within our means. Consequently, I have started the process of forming a new broad-based cabinet to assist in driving the urgently needed and irreversible transformation of our country. I nominate the following first batch of 11 individuals for consideration and approval by the National Assembly for appointment as Cabinet Secretaries and Attorney General. Ministry of Interior and National Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki. Ministry of Health, Dr. Deborah Mulongo Baraza. Ministry of Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, Alice Wahome. Ministry of Education, Julius Migosi Ogamba. Ministry of Defense, Aden Bare Duale. Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Dr. Andrew Muhia Karanja. Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Forestry, Roslinda Soipan Tuya. Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, Eric Murithi Muga. Ministry of Roads and Transport, Davis Chircher. Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy, Dr. Margaret Nyambura Ndungu. Attorney General, Rebecca Miano. I am continuing to undertake consultations across the political divide on the balance of cabinet that I will appoint shortly. The consultations are at an advanced stage, and internal processes in various sectors are underway to facilitate my appointment of the balance of this cabinet. Additionally, I will be issuing next week a clear roadmap on the assignment that the new cabinet is going to have, with clear timelines and deliverables for us to harness the tremendous potential that exists in our nation and drive our country to greatness. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Sadakta mpenzi mtazamaji, hiyo ilikuwa ni hotuba ya Rais William Ruto ambapo alikuwa anazungumzia tu kuhusiana na pendekezo lake la baraza la mawaziri, huku takriban mawaziri wanne wakirejea katika ile baraza lake jipya: Kindiki Kithure, waziri wa usalama wa ndani; Aden Duale, waziri wa ulinzi; Alice Wahome, waziri wa masuala ya ardhi; na vile vile Soipan Tuya, waziri wa masuala ya mazingira. Rebecca Miano amerejea, lakini hajarejea kama waziri, amerejea kama mwanasheria mkuu ambaye atakuwa anashauri Rais William Ruto masuala ambayo yatakuwa anamsaidia katika ajenda zake kama zinaafiki viwango vya katiba ya mwaka 2010. Baraza la mawaziri la hapo awali, mpenzi mtazamaji, nilikuwa na mawaziri wa jinsia kike takriban 7. Kwa hivyo macho yote atakuwa tunaangalia, je, waziri ambao watakuwa wanateuliwa, je, idadi hiyo itaongezeka ama itapungua? Na je, baraza hili la mawaziri litakuwa linajumuisha vijana ambao wamekuwa kielekea mitaani kuhakikisha kuwa wanataka matakwa yao yasikilizwe na demokrasia, huku wakisema kuwa ufisadi na viongozi wazembe umejaa serikalini. Ni taarifa hiyo, mpenzi mtazamaji, tutakuwa tunaileta kwa upana katika taarifa zetu za saa 1 ambazo zitakuwa zinaletwa na mwanahabari mwenza Abula Ahmed, na taarifa zetu za saa 3 kwa lugha ya Kiingereza. Jina langu ni Mariam Jahid, wa pale pembeni ni Clement Muli. Hadi wakati mwingine, ni kwaheri.
Collaboration is key for team success. With ClickUp, you can easily manage your team's tasks and timelines in one app. Using our Gantt chart feature, you can map out your team's tasks and set dependencies to ensure everyone is on the same page. Adjust timelines, change colors, and add more tasks as your project progresses. ClickUp's Gantt chart feature makes project management a breeze, so you can focus on what really matters, collaborating with your team to achieve your goals. Say goodbye to multiple apps and hello to seamless team collaboration with ClickUp. Get started today.
Mwanahabari mkongwe Macharia Gaitho amesema kukamatwa kwake na kisha kuachiliwa na makachero ambao hawakujitambulisha ni kumzuia kuendelea kuikosoa serikali. Gaitho, ambaye alijeruhiwa mkononi wakati akikamatwa, amesema atafuatilia gari asilolijua kutoka nyumbani kwake, hali ambayo ilimfanya aingie katika kituo cha polisi cha Karen kupata usaidizi. Hata hivyo, waliokuwa wakimfuata walimkamata kwa nguvu na kumtia ndani ya gari aina ya Probox na kuondoka naye wakati huo wa asubuhi. Gaitho na wakili wake wanataka DCI iwajibike na kukomesha dhuluma dhidi ya wanahabari. Katika taarifa yake kwa umma, mkurugenzi wa DCI Mohamed Amin amedai kuwa Gaitho alikamatwa kimakosa na kusema kuwa walikuwa wakimlenga mwanablogu Francis Gaitho. Chama cha wanahabari na muungano wa wahariri wanataka serikali na idara za usalama kusitisha mara moja visa vya kuwasumbua waandishi wa habari.
Thank you very much. Kenyans spoke when they made the new constitution that there must be a civilian oversight on the role of the police. And Kenyans created Ateua as a constitutional independent office to be able to look at any complaints the civilians will have while coming in contact with the Kenya police. My client, Mr. Gaitho, and in totality, my clients, the media, are aggrieved that one of their own was trailed from his home by people who looked suspicious. With the commando-style maneuvers of the vehicles on the road. And he had to make a very fast decision to drive to a police station, current police station, which is the sanctuary of every Kenyan, the safest place anybody who feels his life is threatened runs to. Still, the police followed him and manhandled my client. He has recorded as no-be at current police station. I was summoned. I was attending a funeral service of the late Justice Majanja. I came and advised my client and the media fraternity that the sanctuary of that complaint should be at the Ateua. We have full confidence on the powers and the capacity for Ateua to deal with this matter. And we are appealing to every Kenyan as a form of
Mwanahabari mkongwe Macharia Gaitho amesema kukamatwa kwake na kisha kuachiliwa na makachero ambao hawakujitambulisha ni kumzuia kuendelea kuikosoa serikali. Gaitho ambaye alijeruhiwa mkononi wakati akikamatwa amesema atafuatilia gari asilolijua kutoka nyumbani kwake, hali ambayo ilimfanya aingie katika kituo cha polisi cha Karen kupata usaidizi. Hata hivyo waliokuwa wakimfuata walimkamata kwa nguvu na kumtia ndani ya gari aina ya Probox na kuondoka naye wakati huo wa asubuhi. Gaitho na wakili wake wanataka DCI iwajibike na kukomesha dhuluma dhidi ya wanahabari. Katika taarifa yake kwa umma, mkurugenzi wa DCI Mohamed Amin amedai kuwa Gaitho alikamatwa kimakosa na kusema kuwa walikuwa wakimlenga mwanablogu Francis Gaitho. Chama cha wanahabari na muungano wa wahariri unataka serikali na idara za usalama kusitisha mara moja visa vya kuwasumbua waandishi wa habari.
Tamba na ngozi yako nyororo ukiwa na lotion ya Nivea Nourishing Cocoa. Na sasa
no-be at the country.
Mkurugenzi wa DCI Mohamed Amin amedai kuwa Gaitho alikamatwa kimakosa na kusema kuwa walikuwa wakimlenga mwanablogu Francis Gaitho. Chama cha wanahabari na muungano wa wahariri unataka serikali na idara za usalama kusitisha mara moja visa vya kuwasumbua waandishi wa habari.
Thank you very much. Kenyans spoke when they made the new constitution that there must be a civilian oversight on the role of the police. And Kenyans created Ateua as a constitutional independent office to be able.
Gaitho amesema kukamatwa kwake na kisha kuachiliwa na makachero ambao hawakujitambulisha ni kumzuia kuendelea kuikosoa serikali. Gaitho ambaye alijeruhiwa mkononi wakati akikamatwa amesema atafuatilia gari asilolijua kutoka nyumbani kwake, hali ambayo ilimfanya aingie katika kituo cha polisi cha Karen kupata usaidizi. Hata hivyo waliokuwa wakimfuata walimkamata kwa nguvu na kumtia ndani ya gari aina ya Probox na kuondoka naye wakati huo wa asubuhi. Gaitho na wakili wake wanataka DCI iwajibike na kukomesha dhuluma dhidi ya wanahabari. Katika taarifa yake kwa umma, mkurugenzi wa DCI Mohamed Amin amedai kuwa Gaitho alikamatwa kimakosa na kusema kuwa walikuwa wakimlenga mwanablogu Francis Gaitho. Chama cha wanahabari na muungano wa wahariri unataka serikali na idara za usalama kusitisha mara moja visa vya kuwasumbua waandishi wa habari.
Thank you very much. Kenyans spoke when they made the new constitution that there must be a civilian oversight on the role of the police. And Kenyans created IPOA as a constitutional independent office to be able to look at any complaints the civilians will have while in coming in contact with the Kenya police. My client, Mr. Gaitho, and in totality, my clients, the media, are aggrieved that one of their own was trailed from his home by people who looked suspicious. With the commando-style maneuvers of the vehicles on the road. And he had to make a very fast decision to drive to a police station, current police station, which is the sanctuary of every Kenyan, the safest place anybody who feels his life is threatened runs to. Still, the police followed him and manhandled my client. He has recorded as no-be at current police station. I was summoned. I was attending a funeral service of the late Justice Majanja. I came and advised my client and the media fraternity that the sanctuary of that complaint should be at the IPOA. We have full confidence on the powers and the capacity for IPOA to deal with this matter. And we are appealing to every Kenyan as a form of civic education that any complaint against the police should be forwarded to the offices of IPOA. Especially at this time, we have quite a number of skirmishes involving the police and citizens. My urge is to assure the citizens that there is a solution you created in the Constitution, and that solution is IPOA, funded by you taxpayers, funded by the Kenyans, at no cost. You can approach IPOA, launch your complaint, and I'll attest that I have more than 20, 30 files forwarded to IPOA of my clients, and they have been resolved. So get that confidence, and the media kindly pass this message to the Kenyans that whether in any remote part of the country, anywhere in this country, IPOA's jurisdiction is national. We expect that within its mandate, we will get a fast solution to the culprits who injured a senior citizen, a senior journalist, a face well known. The police on their official Twitter handle are saying they mistook, it was a mistaken identity to arrest Gaitho. Our complaint, Madam Chair, is not only on the mistaken identity, whether it was the proper Gaitho, the manner in which the arrest was conducted. My client, Madam Chair, has injuries, very grave injuries, that we will be showing Ateua. The manner of arrest, the type of force that was applied to somebody who is in a car in a police station did not warrant such type of brute force. The Kenya police then, as a force, Kenyans said it should turn to be a service. And we have the full trust that with Ateua's intervention, the service that Kenyans expected the police to be will be attained. We believe that this will be the turning point for changing the police to do what the law provides for them to do. On behalf of the media fraternity, the leadership of the media fraternity that is present, by them coming to the offices at the headquarters of Ateua, is an endorsement that they have the full confidence that this entity created by the public, the citizens of this public, will be able to stamp its foot and give one, Macharia Gaitho justice, two, bring an end to this open violation of the fundamental human rights that the police are doing. We are not saying the police are guilty. We have come to the investigator to investigate what happened, that is Ateua. If indeed violations were done, as we have shown the grievous bodily harm occasioned on our client, then the file to be forwarded to the Director of Public Prosecution urgently, because this is a matter of national interest. This is a matter of international interest. We shall be moving, if I'm instructed by the leadership of the media fraternity, to issue a strike notice for demonstration in regard to the number of journalists who have been injured in the whole country. Yesterday, a journalist with the Media Max K24 was shot while he on duty, dressed in the official regalia for the media, carrying the media badges. That cannot go unpunished. We shall also be launching that complaint shortly, and very many complaints from the media that the people who are the fourth estate have faced the wrath of the police. So we shall not only be reporting one matter. The leadership of the Media Council, the Editors Guild and the others will be putting a claim to you. It is an onerous task that we have brought before you, but we have confidence that you will be able to solve this problem on behalf of the 55 million Kenyans who depend on the media to know exactly where their country is going, what the country wants to do, and what is the solution for the country. Thank you very much. Unless the media personality, the president, can also say one word.
Maybe before we allow them and allow questions, we can hear the compliment.
Yes, again, my name is Macharia Gaitho. It is true that this morning, shortly after I left home, I was intercepted by an unmarked car by people in plain clothes. They tried to pull me out of the car, but I did not know who they were. As far as I knew, they could have been criminals. So I refused to get out of the car and I resisted. And my son, who was driving, managed to drive away. We went to Karibu police station to seek help. But we were followed into Karibu police station, and I was violently bundled into a car by those same people who I could not identify, and they did not identify themselves, and driven away. For me, that was a case of abduction. But after about 10 minutes or so, or 15, they stopped. They had some of their own conversations and drove me back to Karibu police station. Still, they had not identified themselves. And when I asked them to identify themselves, they refused. Instead, they were slapping me for resisting arrest. And I told them, as far as I know, I'm not resisting arrest because you are not police officers unless you identify yourselves. At Karibu police station, that is when they told me, oh, it was a case of mistaken identity, which of course is a ridiculous thing. But before I went home, I insisted on reporting a crime, which I did. It is in the occurrence book. The next thing was to record a statement. But I was advised by my lawyer, the police will not investigate themselves, so I should come and report it here. And that is why I have come to Ateua. It is well known why Ateua was established as an independent civilian body to regulate the police. But I also know that since this government came to power, it has often trashed the work of Ateua. We know that the National Police Service has been resisting and defying Ateua. And we hope that this time Ateua will assert itself. We do expect justice. I would not add to what my lawyer has said, but we do expect that if indeed those who are police officers, they will be arrested, all of them, and made to bear individual responsibility. But it does not stop there. There is something called command responsibility. Those who sent them out to arrest a citizen in a brutal, illegal manner, and I am not mincing words, the Inspector General of Police, or the Acting Inspector General, the Director of DCI must also be made to bear responsibility and called to account. And it does not stop there. That is command responsibility within the police service. There is also command responsibility within the government or within the political system. Those who are encouraging officers to act illegally, to brutalize citizens, must also be called to account. We expect nothing less. Finally, I would just like to thank those who rallied to my support. First of all, my family. Because if they had not raised the alarm in good time, I don't know where those people would have taken me. we have heard of people being abducted illegally and not seen again, or bodies found in quarries. My family did a great job raising the alarm from the moment it happened and recording the coup. Leadership of the Kenya Editors Guild, Kenya Union of Journalists, and others.
Mtazamaji, kwa mara nyingine idara ya usalama imewekwa kwenye darubini kufuatia tukio la kumteka nyara kwa fujo mwanahabari mkongwe Macharia Gaithu. Katika tukio hilo lilofanyika ndani ya kituo cha polisi cha Karen ambapo Gaithu alikuwa amekimbia kutafuta hifadhi, video inaonyesha akilazimishwa kuingia ndani ya gari la kibinafsi na maafisa waliokuwa wamevalia sare za polisi na za raia. Tukio hili likizua ghadhabu miongoni mwa Wakenya, huku chama cha wahariri na hata cha wanahabari KUJ wakilaani kitendo hicho. Hata hivyo, idara ya polisi imedai kwamba Gaithu alikamatwa kimakosa, kama Ben Kirui anavyoarifu.
Ni patashika na vuta ni kuvute baina ya maafisa wa polisi na mwanahabari mkongwe Macharia Gaithu aliyejaribu kwa vyovyote vile kujinasua mikononi mwa watekaji nyara wake. Kwenye video ya kutatanisha iliyorekodiwa na mwanawe Gaithu, maafisa wa polisi wenye sare wanaonekana wakitumia nguvu kumsukuma ndani ya gari hili. Waliposhindwa, dereva anaonekana akitoka nje na kutumia teke kumlazimisha ndani. Wakati huu wote mwanawe Gaithu anarekodi akisikika akiangua kilio.
An 18-year-old young man going through that, seeing his father abducted in a very brutal, violent fashion must be very traumatizing.
Yote haya yalianza mapema asubuhi mwendo wa saa 2 hivi. Wakati mwanahabari Gaithu alikuwa akiondoka nyumbani kwake, ghafla aligundua kwamba alikuwa akiandamwa na watu wasiojulikana. Wazo la kukimbilia kituo cha polisi cha Karen kwa usalama lilimkujia, ila
those two cars followed us right inside and forced me into their car, a white Probox. I was sandwiched between two men in civilian clothes. I was handcuffed and I was assaulted.
Kilichofuata ni mwanahabari Gaithu kuondolewa kituoni Karen na kupelekwa maeneo ambayo hakuyafahamu.
I could hear the muttering words about